What in the Emperor's name is going on with Space Marines, the roadmap for 40k? There's so many questions, theories, speculation out there. Hopefully today we can delve into that. We can talk about that with rumors that I've been hearing from the Whispers of the Warp and stuff, and we can try and come to some type of sense. So let's jump in and let's get waffling. Now, for those people who were wondering what the hell I'm talking about, it's all about this image that's in the background right now. This is the brand new 40k roadmap for army releases. One thing to notice right at the start is that the Emperor's Children seem to have replaced Imperial Knights. We're still waiting for Games Workshop to give us some feedback on that. People have been asking some questions over on social media, and Games Workshop says they are going to release more information soon. When soon is, it's entirely up to you and me to judge that. Of course, coming next in spring, which we've been talking about on this channel, is all the Chaos stuff. What I heard through the Whispers of the Warp is that they wanted to put out all the Chaos Codexes together because the demons are going into the Chaos Codex. So it looks like we're going to get Emperor's Children first, World Eaters, Death Guard, and 1,000 Suns. But I'm not here to talk about that today. We will go into that in more in depth in a later video because there is a lot to talk about with that. New releases, potential new big box sets of coming with those Chaos releases. But again, we'll talk about that another time. The thing I want to talk about is the next bit. These 4 images, or should I say these 3 images, because there is something Chaos there, but I don't really want to focus on the Chaos thing. But it's all about the Grey Knights, what appears to be well, it is a Salamander, and of course, the Black Templars, my Sons of Dawn. This is causing so much speculation, and people are wondering what in the Emperor's name is going on. Now, the images themselves, people have already decoded them. The Grey Knight one was from the Grey Knight Codex, if I'm not mistaken. The Salamander one was from the Salamander Christmas, I want to say Christmas box. It wasn't a Christmas box set. It came just after Christmas. It was like a Battle Force box set for the Salamanders. And the Black Templar one was from the Black Templar Codex art. So we know where all the images are from. They're not new images at all. It's just basically Games Workshop saying, hey, this is what's coming on the horizon. So let's start with, of course, the big one, the Grey Knight one. And I've been saying now for a while, you know, the Whispers in the Warp, as we've been talking about, that the Grey Knights are not getting a refresh this edition. A lot of people hope they get a refresh this edition. I hope they would get a refresh this edition, but I haven't heard that at all. From what I've been hearing is that the Grey Knights are going to get something, but it's going to be something related to a vehicle upgrade kit. And that vehicle upgrade kit apparently is for the baby carrier, as we call it. I'll put the image in the background right now. That upgrade kit is supposed to be giving it some type of new weapons. I'm not sure if they're going to reinforce it or anything like that, but I've just heard a vehicle upgrade kit, and it's supposed to be for that. There was one rumor, and again, if you want to believe this, this is going straight down the rabbit hole. I don't believe this rumor, but if you want to believe it, it's entirely up to you. There was a rumor that a potential new Kaldor Drago model was on the horizon, but I've heard nothing more about that. Hopefully, that does come true sooner than later, because we need more characters happening with the Grey Knights. So when is their refresh going to be? I'm sure someone's going to ask that in the comment section. Well, what I've been hearing is 11th edition is supposed to be that refresh. I know people are like, well, 11th edition, isn't that so far away? Trust me, from what I've been hearing in the Whispers of the Warp, 11th edition is coming a lot sooner rather than later. Again, we'll do a separate video to that because I'm sure there's going to be a lot of questions asked about that subject. Now, the big question I've been seeing, the big question I've been getting bombarded with is all about the next image that's in the background. It's this Salamander image. What in the Emperor's name are they doing? What the F is going on with Space Marines? A Games Workshop about to unload a brand new Codex supplement book on us, which is filled with, you know, new characters and stuff. I want to say yes and no. Again, I've done a separate video on this, like, I think a couple of weeks ago, really, where we talked about potential new rumored characters coming for Space Marine chapters. Those characters were a brand new Imperial Fist character, which is supposed to be Lysander, which by the Emperor we definitely need, and that could go into the rumor of also Assault Terminators coming out, which I've been hearing about this edition. The Salamander character is supposed to be Vulcan Hestan, getting a brand new model. The White Scars are apparently getting a brand new HQ. This HQ is on a jet bike, and that jet bike rumor image could be this, which relates to that. I'll put it in the background somewhere here now, holding it in my hand. There's supposed to be a brand new Raven Guard HQ coming out. Again, I have absolutely no idea if it's going to be Jump Assault, Phobos again, Tacticus Armor, Gravis, no idea. There's a brand new Iron Hand character apparently coming out, which is supposed to be linked to Terminator armor. So maybe Lysander and Iron Hands getting like the chonky armor. When it comes to the Iron Hand character, again, complete speculation on my behalf when I say this. It could be Verox. It could just be a random new character they bring to the table. So there's definitely rumors out there for new characters. Now, again, is this going to mean new codex supplements? I absolutely have zero idea. From what I've been hearing, I've heard nothing about codex supplements, but potentially it could be going into like a campaign book, like one campaign book where most of these chapters show up and they start fighting. It could be like Vigilus Mark II, Electric Boogaloo. It could be another big massive event that they want to push. It could be something to do with the Tyranids, which by the Emperor we need, because the Tyranids have been silent this edition since they invaded the Segmentum Pacificus, and we've had actually no new lore taking part on them. Absolutely no idea on the book front and the codexes or anything like that. In my heart, my gut, my whispers from the warp are telling me potentially no new books. No new books at all. But we're definitely getting something in terms of brand new Space Marine character models, and I think that's what that alludes to. That's going to be the start of Space Marines potentially getting some brand new characters for those different chapters. That's what I'm going with at this moment in time. Hopefully GW will pull a surprise out the bag and we will get something cool for Space Marines. More awesome cool stuff. As a Space Marine fan, as you can see, I want as much new Space Marine models as humanly possible. Now, moving on from that, the last image, of course, is probably the one I'm looking forward to the most, which is the Black Templars. I've got my Black Templar army down here. I have definitely been converted to Crusade until I can't Crusade no more. But again, there's a lot of questions, there's a lot of speculation, like what do the Black Templars need? I've been saying this for a while now. I think the Black Templars got the best Space Marine refresh. The Sword Brethren, Grimaldis, Helbrecht, the Castellan model, everything that went with the Black Templars was the best Space Marine refresh. It absolutely trumps the Blood Angels, Dark Angels, maybe even the Space Wolves when that eventually does come out during this edition. But what do they need now? What can they get possibly added to their range? Because we do know that every single codex that comes out is going to get something new, either being a full range refresh or like a half a range refresh or a couple of HQ models or at least one HQ model. Now, deep down in my gut, I would absolutely love something like Assault Terminators for Templars, but I don't think they're going to go something that big. I think it's going to be maybe just like a Castellan, maybe a multi-part Castellan model, I think. Maybe they can do like maybe a new Marshal model, but if they do a new Marshal model, we've already got like a Marshal model already, so maybe like a Marshal model in Terminator armor would make some sense. And of course, the older, the gooder, the one that I've had in my bag for a while, maybe a Black Templar Ancient. Okay, maybe someone with a banner standing there, looking all glorious, looking all just absolutely amazing on the battlefield. That gives a massive bonus to all the Black Templars around that model. So yes, I absolutely have no idea what's going to happen with the Black Templars, but I do know we are going to get something potentially big for the Black Templars, which hopefully should rock everyone's world. What I will say right before the end of the video is that if we put up the roadmap again, I think one thing is maybe being confirmed from the whispers in the warp is that Games Workshop want to put out as many 40k codexes this year as humanly possible. We've just got the pre-order announcement for the start of February that we are going to be getting the Eldar. It won't surprise me like maybe mid-February we'll get the rest of the guard stuff, and then maybe late February the announcement for the Emperor's Children that will release in March, and then March could be like something to do with the World Eaters or Death Guard or Thousand Sons, and then right after that, right after spring or maybe towards the end of spring, we start getting then all those big 40k Space Marine codexes, the Grey Knights, what's going on with the Space Marines, with the Salamanders, and then of course the Black Templars, and then it's just the Knight codexes and then a few others, and then I think maybe by the end of summer, we potentially could have every single 40k codex out. Don't forget, summer is always going to be a big launch for something. This summer is supposed to be Horus Heresia, I don't know what we're calling it, 2.5, 3.0, or something like that. You know, the big box set, the Salamander vs. Iron Warrior box set. Again, that Salamander image is not related to the Salamanders vs. Iron Warriors Horus Heresy, just so people don't get confused. That's a whole different game in itself. But yeah, kind of confusing with the Salamander stuff. But yeah, there's a lot of exciting things happening. A lot of things that have piqued my interest. I'll keep my ear to the wind. Let's see if we, get any more rumors or anything like that. But I definitely think it's going to be a big thing for Chaos coming in the next couple of months, and definitely huge things coming for Space Marines. I'm hearing still so many more massive Space Marine rumors, which, of course, I'll do more dedicated videos to going forward as I hear more and more stuff. So yeah, let me know your thoughts and feedback. What do you think that's going to be happening? Definitely Grey Knights are coming in with their own codex. The Salamander one, that definitely piques my interest. What do you think is going on with that? Is it going to be codex supplements, or is it just going to be the rumored characters? And of course, the Emperor, not the Emperor's, I was going to say Emperor's children, the Black Templars, the true sons of the Emperor. What do you think that's going to be happening with them? What model do you think would release with them? What model makes sense to release with the Black Templars? Thanks for coming. Thanks for watching, as always. If you've got any thoughts, feedback, anything like that, post it down below. And have a nice little chin wag down there, as we always do. See you now. Have a great day, and bye-bye.